Why is there a mod where you can pull on a little girl's cheeks in Skyrim? Duck you kiddo, get stretched. There's been a huge misunderstanding. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell did not answer questions about his health, only saying there were no concerns despite visible bandages and bruises. First rule of Fight Club. You are married to the love of your life, but they are cursed. Every time you have sex, their life is shortened by one day, but you can never tell them. How do you make the relationship work? Have sex as much as possible, and take out a huge life insurance policy on them. Get to dang my dream girl for a bit, then be rich after. So I straightened a paperclip and put it down my nut hole to see what would happen, and the clip hit a hard rock-like surface and made an audible noise. Then my breathing became labored and my mouth tasted like aspirin. Another billionaire is planning a trip to the wreckage of the Titanic with a $20 million sub to prove it's safe, nearly a year after OceanGate implosion. We need to make this a yearly event like the Super Bowl. This picture makes me believe that he could be Phineas' father, and that explains why Phineas is so inventive, and oh my god, she got the doofin nut. 22. Officer Judy Hopps, Zootopia 2016. To scale. Best volume. 17.16 cubic inches. Best surface area. 16.1 square inches. How do you even explain this to God on the Judgment Day? Tiger a fan base with one sentence. Age of consent is 18. Give me your best shot. I forget who said this originally, but you have an Irish peasant face literally built to withstand alcohol-fueled domestic violence. Do you guys mind if this is what I look like in real life? 6 years and 300 pounds later, true love beats all. The stress of Democrats ruining our country has done this to me, but all I needed was my hubby. Trust, love, respect, all that matters. Trump forever. How many Democrats did she eat? If you don't drop your tip color in comments, your fake age, sex, location. Just wanted you guys to know I dead ace just whipped my shot right out and put it right on my phone's screen and dragged that shot across to find out which color it was. What's the worst thing you've ever done? So I'd started dating this divorced mum who had a 5 or 6 year old crotch goblin who was utterly convinced that his mommy and daddy were gonna get back together someday. Needless to say, he didn't like me very much and basically turned into the Antichrist whenever his mom wasn't looking, and did an irritatingly effective job of clock bulking me. So on one of the rare occasions when the talking argument for pro-choice was with his father, I took a pass in the bottom drawer of his dresser. His mom found it sometime later and confronted him about it. He told her it wasn't him and tried to blame me, which caused his mom to go absolutely apeshit at him for lying, because who would ever believe that a grown-ass man would pass in a kid's dresser and force him to apologize to me for it. Long story short, he avoided me like the plague after that, and I got to duck the shit out of his mom. Bro, it took Sonic fans 3 decades to simp over the actual humans in this franchise. I refuse to believe this is Chris's mum. Sonic? Chris? Mom? What's the weirdest compliment you've ever been given? I'd kill my grown children if I could go back in time and make a new set with you. Old lady buying cigarettes. People who have girlfriends. How? Met a girl at a bar. Got her number. Lost it on the way 5-minute walk home. Searched Facebook by her first name and thought I had found her. Next day she accepts my friend request. I start things off with, "Hey, you were at the show at bar, right?" She says no, and I profusely apologize for interrupting her day and state that I will leave her alone. She told me no, let's keep talking. That was coming on 2 years ago. I love her deeply, and her family. They're fantastic. Best mistake I've ever made. In another timeline, the bar girl was supposed to murder you in your sleep. It's almost over 14 years since this movie was released, and I don't understand how a bull have tights. It's a kids movie. You wouldn't like to see a 25 centimeter nut bouncing in the entire movie. Imagine how ducking angry the rat that controls Gordon Ramsay must be all the time. Well yeah, Ramsay doesn't wear a hat. The rat has to control him using his ACEs. I'm sure you'd be mad if you had to smell a British man's swamp ace all day too. So I put the whole Stow Your Heart on Reddit, and we got 28.8k upvotes. Oh my god, I found it. What the duck? That's actually crazy. Oh my god. I'm shook. Are we the Tinder Romeo and Juliet? I mean, only if you want to be, haha. So does this end in a double C-side? Poor Larry getting smashed by the log. I'd smash Larry with my log too. There is still time to delete this. Dead inside, but still honey. I'll have to wait for you to be dead on the outside too. Why doesn't Lex Luthor inject his clock with liquid kryptonite and write Superman in front of everyone? Your username is how you die. Who has it worse than Nals Lex Man? Oh, my name wouldn't be so bad. Servicing as many women or men as I can before my heart gives out sounds like a good time to me. I'm coming for you tonight. Chick-fil-A is delicious. So what if they're homophobic? So is my mom. And I still eat her food. Looks like the bottom of a dishwasher after a busy cycle. Gordon Ramsay, what do you think about my flooded burger? RIP mom and dad. I know you all looking up at me right now. Up. Yeah, they beat my ace a little too often. My drunk dad. Stay down. Final warning. 10-year-old me guarding my sister's bedroom. I can do this all day. Ain't nobody jetting that but me. Look at him with his little sword. Reasons to get a chameleon. They grab anything you give them. Anything small enough for them to hold. You should be good to go. Stay a retard Paul. You're a better commentator than fighter. Does it make you feel good saying that? Now would you say that to my face man to man? Nope, you'd kick my ace. That's why I said it on Twitter. Fair enough. Just washed my cow. Tell her she's cute. What an odd way to season your steak. Oh great idea, no need to take pee breaks while gaming. Just gotta open up my desk drawer and do a stanky. Imagine you got a shut then you open the past drawer filled with the so golden delight with sharticles floating on it. Then you take a massive dump and then the past broth splashes on your balls and ace and then you giggle and pull up your pants and continue number 1 victory royale. Never type again. Why does Harry have this on him? Holiday hoarder's mission. Circumcision knife. Lethal. He stole it, as both targets do for all the items they drop. Why he stole it is beyond me however. Maybe he decided to take matters into his own hands. They're gonna give Kevin a Christmas he'll never forget. I hate Legion. Stupid bullet sneeze and aimbot minigun. The Beargin Titans you are outnumbered by enemy titans. Fall back and escape. Versus the Chad Legion you are outnumbered by enemy titans advise aggressive sustained counterfire. Doesn't Scorch say gas traps advised or something? I doubt the out air titans are dues. I think I'm going to have nightmares. For some reason, my left knee pal hurt while looking at this. Mother ducker. What? No, really? Let me get the nerd emoji up. Actually it's humans are endangered or extinct, but Earth is still habitable. I'm gonna impregnate you next time you say something like this. And they're cream filled. It's just a shaft. Where's the head? Ate it. Just like the chocolate rabbit heads on Easter. This reminds me of a story my teacher told me in high school. One of his friends had married into a family where all the men would take a yearly hunting trip. That's all this guy was told, so he went with them as the newest member of the family. After a few bucks were taken, a doe was also shot. The guy wasn't sure why, but they all gathered round after it had been strung up in a tree to drain the blood. Turns out, it was a family tradition to have sex with the deer carcass. My teacher's friend didn't feel comfortable doing it, for obvious reasons. They all ribbed him and called him a wuss, but they didn't make a big deal about it. It was just a thing they did to bond. There's no moral to this story. The world is just a weird place. Men after finding out women are going to buy them dinner, sleep with them, and send them home in an Uber to show them how it feels to be used. Pro tip, always go to her place. 1. She does not know where you live. 2. It is easier to leave than to kick someone out, no discussions. 3. You don't need to throw out the body. Yeah, it's reusable. Okay, this is absolutely a first. Mind you, I don't usually mind many things as I used to dash part-time myself. But today I ordered Applebee's, my first mistake, because I burned my dinner and was starving. On the way to my house, it stopped in one place. I thought no biggie, maybe dropping another order. I know how it goes. I got distracted and checked again 20 minutes later, and they were in the same spot. Then when it finally arrived, an hour and 45 minutes later, there was an open and used by wrap package inside the food bag. I cannot believe this. They sped off so fast their tires screeched. I wouldn't eat the food personally, just off of optics. God damn. Should have posted this earlier. I did eat the food, but feeling okay. Please come inside, Dumbledore said calmly to Grindelwald as he bent down to pick up the scroll he previously dropped on the floor, his wand protruding awkwardly from beneath his robe. What? Here? Now? Grindelwald asked, caught by surprise. There is no better time to perform the inevitable than this moment we call now. Flibberquandilus. Freddy Fazho. Freddy Fazbear. Freddy Fazbear. Freddy Fazbear. Freddy Fazbear. Yo. I live life knowing I could take your girl any day. Humpty Dumpty looking. He probably can't even take a flight of stairs. Bling bling boy. I just yelled at Ralph for clicking his paws, and he responded, raise your words, not your voice. It is rain that grows flowers, not thunder. Ralph sold me a year's supply of Ralph sold me we at the gas station yesterday. Left hooks like Canelo. Tyson McFlurry. You were a bit off though. I was going to Reddit to see whether it was FEP worthy or not, and when I'm honey will jack off to it, and you can't stop it. What cringe shut is this? You are so tigered, but you know you can't do anything to me. Get tigered. It's fun to see mental breakdowns like this. I will enjoy your suffering. Sorry, darts I couldn't. Darts here. Darts you. Drown in your own darts. You will drown in the explosive diarrhea released from my gaping dark chocolate nose. My new dog. His name is Nig. Naming a dog after himself. What a great person. Why is it easy to stay thin in Japan? That's easy. The last time there was a fat man in Japan, a whole city disappeared. What was the funniest thing you've ever said or heard during sex? My boyfriend wiped a little cram on my forehead and said Simba. My new stepmom is younger than me. Well, this weekend my dad married his girlfriend. My parents got divorced over my dad cheating with her. I'm 24 and my new stepmom is 20. So there's that. And I'm not sure what exactly I'm feeling right now. Does she have a dad? Fight fire with fire. I'm so bored. I've been trying to get these two to tell me Bible stories for the past hour. My mom took a cucumber in her room one time and kept saying, oh God. Must have been a good sermon. People whose jobs require them to enter someone else's house, such as plumbers and electricians. What was the weirdest thing you've seen at a customer's house? My wife. Being underpaid isn't a pass. To be bad at whatever job you signed up to do. You would have been a great sleeve. Me as a kid wanting to grow up. Upgrade. Me as a teenager. Go back. Me as an adult. I said go back. If the backspace doesn't work, there is always the delete button. Just saying. What is the worst advice you've ever received? Kick it to see if there are any more bees inside. There were plenty of bees still inside. She's just a co-worker. The co-worker. Why she really looked like Thomas the Train? Me trying to remember the best pun I saw 10 years ago and typing anything that I remember about that in Punhub, and her tights were this big, and there was a horse. Please tell me how your hamsters died, cause these die from anything. Mine disappeared for months, then came out from behind the fridge missing hair, looked up at me, and just died on the spot. Parents left me alone, so I let my hamster free in my living room. Why did he run straight into the fireplace? I watched Titanic to feel better. He darted and gave himself like a heart attack. I don't know. Where did little Jimmy go after getting lost in a minefield? Everywhere. That's really dark, mate. Yeah, but it got really bright for half a second. Teacher, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Class, silence. Teacher, me too. Kids, if you sad and you know it, hang your necks. Here's my first attempt at synonym rolls. Just like grandma used to make. Your feet are pretty long. What's your shoe size? 9. But they grow to 14. Duck, you mean they grow? Like when they get hard. Boredom therapist post. Woman born without a vague raises money so she can have sex with boyfriend. Dude can't just put it in her eye socket like a normal person. Weirdo. Imagine the Olympics, but instead of it being world-class athletes, it's just random people who get selected. Like you get a letter informing you've been selected for the national gymnastics team and you just have to do it. It'd be so much more entertaining. Would you get a choice of sport cause I can't swim and would drown? If I got picked for swimming, your sacrifice would be worth it after entertaining the masses. People who have had sex with celebrities, how was it? Great until they kicked me out of the wax museum. Touchdown. Taylor Swift lands in Baltimore ahead of AFC Championship. Jet belches tons of CO2 emissions. She did it. She got Fox News to care about carbon emissions. Greater Manchester police are hunting this wanted woman. She's currently in Middle-earth helping some hobbits take a ring to a volcano. You're welcome. When he told me I can stack donuts on it, some mother ducker said Fruit Loops. Store your loved one's ashes in a 3D printed urn in the shape of their head. Can they make ones with the mouth open? Master betting while they're driving. I've done that. Maybe driving a bus wasn't the ideal career. Girl duck dodge a cat, Conan Gray and Lana Del Rey. What did Conan Gray do? Just don't trust his gala lace. What are some signs that girls give to boys that they like them, that are obvious to girls but totally not obvious to boys? Aggressively masturbating beside them. Wait, so my grandma likes me? Dora was a bulk woman. Us Mexicans can't have anything. You'll have Mexico. Mop, just eat your food. It's not that eat the food. Great. Now I wanna duck my food. If you could swap bodies with someone for a day, who would you choose and why? My dog. See what all that bullshit's about. Admit it, you just wanna click your own balls. Plot twist, he wants to click his balls. Polar ice caps aren't the only thing receding. The only acceptable birthday cake. Bruh, don't Charmanders die when their tail goes out? You'd rather it still be alive when you start cutting it up. My ex-boyfriend is now guy, and my ex-girlfriend is now straight. They should hire you at conversion camps. Too long. Didn't read. Trekked for girlfriend. She slapped my nuts instead of my ace. I'm waking up to ash and dust. I miss his ace. And I slap his nuts. Breathing in his tentacles. Breathes in. High-pitched screaming. North Korea has sent another 600 balloons filled with rubbish into South Korea. Looks like a pansy's pointing right at his face. Jeff Bezos realizing that he can change his gender and become the richest woman in the world. Then he marries Elon Musk, divorces him, gets half of his money, changes gender again and boom. He's the richest man in the world. I'm screenshotting this to a Roll34 artist. Couple unexpectedly delivers baby at Chick-fil-A. Baby will get free Chick-fil-A food for life and guaranteed job at 14. Going to make sure my baby gets delivered at the bank. Why are you single? By choice. Not my choice, but still. What is the best response you have given to a phone scammer? Pete's Pizzeria and the Dorshine Clinic where yesterday's loss is today's source. I know Amazon drivers be like, damn this house again. I work on an ambulance, the thought is the same. If a woman was suddenly the last person on earth, she could theoretically save the human race by utilizing spam banks. Until she dies in childbirth, and then the last person on earth is a helpless infant. What do you say after having sex? That'll be $19.99 please. So no family discount? Seriously, what's with Nintendo Switch graphics? It's a handheld system. You can literally put it in your back pocket. I can put my clock and balls in my back pocket, but they can't run Mortal Kombat. Your sex toy will be shipped in a discreet package. The package. I hope it's a bike. You'll be able to ride it. What's bulk, hard, and 7 inches long? I don't ducking know. Please, I just want to be a top post. My life is slowly falling apart. My wife just left me. Claire, I still love you. Unfortunately, I think Claire is the one who knows the answer. Americans after finding that a group of fishes called Skull firing a submachine gun underwater. Slex is cool. But have you ever ducked the system? I duck my PC every day. When you throw your girl on the bed Trinity Slexy, but she hits her head and ice. This is where the fun begins. Ha ha ha, this happened to me and my grandma. The fun never stops. Everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. Be kind. I once saw you punch a Girl Scout because she didn't have any Thin Mints. Exactly. That was my battle. So be kind. A portal for your mom. Nice. My mom died 5 years ago. I can't wait to see her again. Thank you. Oh. My 6-year-old son is in a wheelchair, so I made him a tank for Halloween this year. Special forces? You're a millennial, and it's 7 AM. Choose your path. Tweet let's get this bread. Jack off and go back to sleep in your filth. Wake and bake. Stare at the ceiling for a few hours. Notify everyone how sad you are. This post came into my house, took me by the ankles, and swung me into every available surface. I didn't read the first part and thought this was a to-do list. What movie would be super weird if it had a Slex scene in it? Home Alone. Kevin's mom and dad are finally alone in their suite. Kevin's mom is on her back thinking of the USA. Dad. Say my name. Mom. Sudden realization Kevin has been left behind. Screams Kevin. Cut to Kevin sweating some cream on a ridiculous dessert dinner. Smug smile to the camera.